Hi, I'm Ginger Rem.
I'm Martine Leduc.
And we're here at Brooker Creek Preserve to tell you all about water.
One way you and your family can help to keep our freshwater resources clean and healthy and use less water is to make a Florida-friendly landscape. So the house behind me, they've taken out the lawn and they're going to put in plants that are native to Florida and require less water. They also won't need to be fertilized and they won't need to put pesticides down. So these plants are used to living in Florida, they're native to Florida, and they're much easier to grow. This is what the Florida-friendly landscaping will look like just 8 weeks after being planted. This is Paul Myers with Wilcox Nursery, and he designed this landscaping. So, Paul, what is a benefit of having a Florida-friendly landscape instead of having grass?
Well, the number one benefit is less watering. With grass, you need to water almost at least every day to get started. To keep it maintained throughout the years, you need to water a whole lot more, at least 3 or 4 times a week. And our watering restrictions only allow us twice a week, typically for an established landscape. So with all of this here, you get things that will tolerate our dry winters and our wet summers, and will need a lot less watering from irrigation.
So also, I've noticed that almost all the plants here are native to Florida.
Yep.
And if they're not native to Florida, they're at least Florida friendly.
Correct.
How does that benefit?
Well, using plants that are native to Florida or friendly to Florida, and Florida friendly basically just means they're plants that would grow here normally, but they're not natively from here. Native, they come from a different part of the world, but they grow in the same type of climate here. The benefits to doing native and Florida-friendly plants is that you've got all of these plants that will tolerate the dry winters, the wet summers, and will tolerate those extreme temperatures that we tend to have here in Florida. Typically, we have some pretty cold winter days, but then we have the really hot summer days, which obviously, you know, all of these plants will tolerate.
And I bet you don't have to fertilize, use bug killer as much.
No, definitely
chemicals.
not. Definitely not. You know, with fertilizers and chemicals and all that stuff, those are all things that you need to pump into your plants when they're not from here, because that you need to give them that added boost of energy to take these extreme temperatures and things like that. You don't have to do that with the native plants because they would normally grow here anyway.
Okay. And the surface is permeable. Everything can soak into the ground here except for the driveway, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then all those chemicals would wash off the driveway, down the sewers, down the sewer drains,
Right.
storm drains.
Right. Which obviously is bad for our water system and the, you know, the Gulf and all of the waterways that lead out to the Gulf, which then is bad for all of our wildlife in the sea and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the yard just turned out beautiful just 8 weeks after you saw when we took out all that grass,
Yes,
right?
looks awesome.
It does already.
Yes.
As you can see here, the neighbor has a beehive. So these bees will be able to benefit from all the Florida-friendly plants that are going into the yard. This has been brought to you by the Pinellas County School System along with the Southwest Florida Water Management District. I'm Martine Leduc, and I'll see you next time.